First up for you, and for a massive surprise in Connecticut politics, really historic. Democrats endorsing former Hartford Mayor Luke Bronin for Congress over incumbent John Larson.
It is setting up a dramatic August primary, and your reporter Dylan Fearon is live in Hartford explaining how and why the Democratic Party is now pushing for Bronin. Dylan.
Well, first, Stephanie and Brian, good afternoon. This was a major upset last night. Congressman John Larson's been in office representing people in Connecticut over in Washington, D.C. since 1999. He's won 14 straight congressional elections, now going for his 15th. It's a tough battle. The stunning political upset happened inside Goodwin University in East Hartford, a convention where delegates voted for the candidate they want the party to endorse. Hundreds of delegates. Bronin won by just 10 votes, showing strong support for both Bronin and Larson. It's the first time since Larson took office in 1999 he is not the endorsed candidate. How much weight does the party endorsement carry? Registered Democrats will still have their say. We'll find out in the August primary. The consensus among political analysts, including the two we spoke to, is Democrats around the country are pushing for a younger generation of leaders with energy. Larson is 77, Bronin 46.
They're not satisfied with the energy or youthfulness of the party. They're thinking that it's time for generational change. We've seen this in campaigns all over the country where the older candidate is at a disadvantage, even when they're highly experienced, have a lot of influence.
Both are extremely well funded, very well known in the district. Congressman Larson with a legacy that people are familiar with, and Mayor Bronin, who has really spent a lot of time moving around the district and building up the energy for this upcoming campaign.
Now, Stephanie and Brian, the first congressional district here in Connecticut covers 27 towns and cities, including Hartford, Bristol, and Torrington. It's been a Democratic congressional district since 1959. I'm your reporter, live in Hartford tonight, Dylan Fearon, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Dylan, thank you.